Hello students, today we can discuss some previous year's board exam questions of class 10. Before that, let me introduce you some concepts which is important for solving that problems. Okay, first is discriminant. What is a discriminant? For example, this is a quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And how can we solve this quadratic equation? We have used middle term splitting method for solving a quadratic equation or for finding the value of x. So this is another method for finding the value of x. That is, we can directly find the value of x. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is all divided by 2a. So this is another method for finding the value of x. We have used middle term splitting, or if middle term splitting is not possible, then we can go with this particular equation. Okay. And what is discriminant? Discriminant is a part of the quadratic formula under the square root. So this is under the square root. So b square minus 4ac is known as discriminant. Okay, this is the discriminant. A discriminant is used to find the nature of zeros or the nature of solutions or the nature of roots. Or everything is same. Zeros. We are finding zeros. Now we are finding the value of x. X is equal to minus 2. X is equal to 2. Like that we did in the first and second exercises. So same like that. This discriminant can tell the nature, how the zeros and how the solution is like. So first, discriminant is equal to positive. If the value of discriminant is positive or it is greater than 0, then we can tell the particular quadratic equation has two distinct real number solution or roots. Okay, if the discriminant is equal to positive, if it is greater than 0, then the quadratic equation has two distinct real number solutions. They are real numbers and they are not same, they are distinct. And next is, if the discriminant is equal to negative, if the value of d is less than 0, then the quadratic equation has no real roots. Roots are imaginary. There won't be any real roots. We have imaginary roots. What is imaginary roots? Like it will come like root of minus 1. Okay, root of minus 1 has imaginary roots. That is, we are representing it as I. So root of minus any number, that is imaginary number. There is no number like that. So those roots are known as imaginary roots. And next, if the discriminant is equal to 0, if d is equal to 0, then that particular quadratic equation has real and equal roots. It has real and equal. Both the roots will be same. It has real roots, at the same time it was equal. It is equal. Real and equal roots. So b square minus 4ac, this is our discriminant. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, we have real and equal roots. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, we have two distinct real roots. And if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. This is question number 1 of exercise 2.1. Let's find the value of x by this method. Here we use middle term splitting method. Let's find the value of x by this method. So what is the question? X square minus 2x minus 8. This is a question. Okay. And what is the equation for finding the value of x? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. X is equal to, okay, what is the value of b? Here the value of b is minus 2 and value of a is 1 and value of c is minus 8. So we can substitute the values. Minus of minus 2, that is minus of minus 2 plus or minus root of b square means minus 2 square, that is 4, minus 4 into a is 1 into c is minus 8 root. The whole divided by 2a, a is 1. So minus into minus plus 2 plus or minus root of 4 minus into minus plus plus 8 fours are 32, the whole divided by 2. That is equal to 2 plus or minus root 36 by 2. That is equal to 2 plus root 36 by 2 and 2 minus root 36 by 2, or else you can find the value of root 36 and then you can proceed to this term. Now this particular step. So next is 2 plus root 36 is 6 by 2 and 2 minus 6 by 2. So what is 2 plus 6 by 2? 2 plus 6, that is equal to 8 by 2 and 2 minus 6 minus 4 by 2. Okay. Therefore 2, 4 and minus 2. So 4 and minus 2 is the answer. Here also we got the same answer. 4 and minus 2. Here also we got the same value for x. X is equal to 4 and minus 2. So we can use this particular method also to find the value of x. If you are comfortable with middle term splitting, then you can go with middle term splitting. And or else if you are not able to find the value of x by using middle term splitting method, then you can go with this particular method. One more thing, and here we are finding the zeros of the quadratic polynomials. So the values are 4 and minus 2. What is the meaning of this? If we are putting the 4 and minus 2 in this particular equation, the value of this equation will be 0. That is the meaning of that, which means that these values will satisfy this particular quadratic polynomial. So let's try one. Here x, value of x is equal to 4. So the question is x square minus 2x minus 8. So I am putting the value of x here, 4. 4 square minus 2 into 4 minus 8. 4 square is 16 minus 8 minus 8. That is 16 minus 16. So the value is equal to 0. So zeros means this particular point will satisfy our polynomial. Now let's move on to some other questions, some previous year's board exam questions. Question number 1. Find the value of p for which one root of the quadratic equation px square minus 14x plus 8 is equal to 0 is 6 times the other. So here it is given one root is 6 times the other roots. So let one root be alpha. We know the roots are alpha and beta, and here one root is equal to 6 times the other root. So let one root be alpha. So what will be the second root? Second root is equal to 6 times the first root, that is 6 into alpha, that is 6 alpha. So next we know sum of roots is equal to minus b by a. We know this equation. So sum of roots means 6 alpha plus alpha. 6 alpha and alpha are our roots. So 6 alpha plus alpha is equal to minus b by a. Our polynomial is p x square minus 14x plus 8 is equal to 0. So a is equal to p, b is equal to minus 14 and c is equal to 8. So what is b? Minus of b is minus 14 by a is p. So 6 alpha plus 1 alpha, that is 7 alpha. 7 alpha is equal to minus of minus plus 14 by p. So value of alpha is, I am taking this 7 to the denominator of other term. 14 by 7p. Next I can cut this 7 and 14. So 2 by p. So I got the value of alpha as 2 by p. Next we know product of roots. Product of roots is equal to c by a. Product means alpha into 6 alpha, that is equal to 8 by p. Alpha into alpha is alpha square. 6 alpha square is equal to 8 by p. So the value of alpha is 2 by p. We can substitute the value of alpha here. 6 into 2 by p the whole square is equal to 8 by p. So 6 into 4 by p square is equal to 8 by p. 24 by 6 into 4, 24. 24 by p square is equal to 8 by p. So I am cross multiplying here. 24p is equal to 8p square. So 1p is here and 1p square is here. So I can cut 1p from here. So 1p I cut from here and 1p I cut from here. So 24 is equal to 8p and the value of p is 24 by 8, that is 3. Question number 2. If the quadratic equation px square minus 2 root 5 px plus 15 is equal to 0 has two equal roots, then find the value of p. So it's given in the question that it has two equal roots. If it has two equal roots, then what is the value of b square minus 4ac? That is equal to 0. Okay, this is our quadratic equation px square minus 2 root 5 px plus 15 is equal to 0. So what is the value of a? A is equal to p. B is equal to minus 2 root 5p and c is equal to 15. So we can substitute the values. B is minus 2 root 5p b square, the whole square, minus 4 into a is p. P into c is 15. Okay. What is minus 2 root 5 p the whole square? Okay. Minus 2 root 5 p into minus 2 root 5 p. That is minus 2 root 5 p the whole square. So here we have to multiply this 2 and this 2. This 2 and this 2 is, this is actually plus because it is minus into minus, so the answer will be positive. So 2 into 2 is 4 into what is root 5 into root 5? That is 5. And what is p into p? That is p square. So our answer is 20 p square. So we can write here 20 p square. Okay. Minus 15 into 4 is 60. So minus 60. Okay. That is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. So 20p square minus 60p is equal to, sorry, 1p is also there, 60p is equal to 0. So from here I can take 20 common. I am taking 20, or p also I can take common, 20p. So what is remaining here? P is remaining here. P minus 20 into 3, that is 3. 20 into 3 is 60. So 3, p minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So next, how can I write? I can write 20p is equal to 0. That is either 20p is equal to 0 or p minus 3 is equal to 0. If 20p is equal to 0, what is the value of p? P is equal to 0. If p minus 3 is equal to 0, then what is the value of p? P is equal to plus 3. So because this is multiplied, this is multiplication. So 20p, I can equate this 20p with 0 and this p minus 3 with 0. So these are the values of p. P is equal to 0 and p is equal to 3. In the question, find the values. It's not asked to find the values of p. Find the value of p. So we can write the value of p is equal to 0 or p is equal to 3. This is our final answer. Question number 3. Solve the quadratic equation 2x square plus ax minus a square is equal to c for x. We have to find the value of x. So this is our question. 2x square plus ax minus a square is equal to 0. So we can use middle term splitting. What is our product? Product is equal to 2 into minus a square. So what is the answer? 2a minus 2a square is the product. Okay. And what is a sum? Sum is equal to a. Okay. So what into what is minus 2a square, and we have to use the same values for finding the sum also. So if I am taking 2a into a, I get 2a square, but I am not getting minus 2a square. So I have to put a negative sign here. or here. Okay, just try with 2a first. I'm putting a negative sign here. So I'm getting minus 2a square. Then I am doing minus 2a plus a. But here I am getting only minus a. But the answer is plus a. So we have to change the sign. 2a into minus a is equal to minus 2a square. And 2a minus a is equal to a. So this is our correct answer. So I am splitting the middle term, 2x square and ax. Ax I am writing 2ax minus ax minus a square is equal to 0. 2x I am taking from these two terms, I can take 2 and x common. 2x I can take common. So 2x remaining x plus a. Here I am taking minus a outside, remaining x plus a, that is equal to 0. And from this all term I can take x plus a common. I am taking x plus a outside. What is remaining here? 2x is remaining here minus a. So x plus a into 2a minus a is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus a. So here x plus a is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to minus a. Here 2x minus a is equal to 0. 2x is equal to a and x is equal to a by 2. So the value of x is equal to minus a or x is equal to a by 2. Question number 4. Solve for x. 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Here we can use middle term. Okay. What is product? Product is equal to 3 into 2. That is 6. And what is sum? Sum is equal to minus 2 root 6. Actually this is very easy. Product is equal to 6 and sum is equal to minus 2 root 6. So product 6 means if I am multiplying root 6 into root 6, yeah, I am getting 6. And root 6 plus root 6, that is 2 root 6. But I have to get minus 2 root 6. So I have to change the sign. Here also minus, here also minus, here also minus, here also minus. So minus root 6 into minus root 6 is 6. Minus root 6 is minus 2 root 6. Okay, so we can split the middle term. 3x square minus root 6x minus root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. From these two terms, what I can take common? I can take root 3 common because 3 is equal to root 3 into root 3. And how can I write root 6? Root 6 can be written as root 3 into root 2. So from here I can take root 3 common. So what is remaining in this 3? Root 3 is remaining. So root 3x, this is root 3x. Root 3x minus, here what is remaining? Root 2 is remaining. So root 2 minus, from here what can I take common? It is root 6 and 2. So root 6 means root 3 into root 2. What is 2? 2 is root 2 into root 2. So I am taking root 2 common. So what is remaining in root 6? Root 3 is remaining. So root 3x minus, what is remaining in 2? Root 2 is remaining. Minus root 2. Okay. So this equating to 0. First term, root 3 minus root 2 is equal to 0. So root 3x is equal to root 2 and the value of x is root 2 by root 3 or root of 2 by 3. Whole root of 2 by 3. Okay. This term both are same. This is also root 3x minus root 2. This is also root 3x minus root 2. So the value of x is root of 2 by 3. For the same question, let's try to find the value of x by other method. So what is the question? 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. So what is our equation? Minus b, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is our equation. So here a is equal to 1, b is equal to, what is the value of b? B is equal to, so a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 2 root 6 and c is equal to 2. This is equal to minus b. Minus b means minus of minus 2 root 6 plus or minus root of b square. B square is minus 2 root 6 the whole square minus 4 into a into c the whole divided by 2 into a is 3. This is plus 2 root 6 plus or minus. What is 2 root 6 the whole square? 2 root 6 the whole square is 2 root 6 into 2 root 6. 2 into 2 is 4 into 6. Root 6 into root 6 is 6. That is equal to 24. So plus or minus root of 24 minus 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. The whole divided by 6. Okay. 2 root 6 plus or minus, oh, this is equal to 0. Okay. The whole divided by 6. So our answer is 2 root 6 by 6. How can we simplify this? I can write 2 root 6 by, I am writing this 6 as root 6 into root 6. Okay, so I can cancel this root 6 and root 6. What is remaining? 2 by root 6. Okay, then I can write this 2 as root 2 into root 2 by the 6 as root 3 into root 2. So I can cut this root 2 and root 2. What is remaining? Root 2 by root 3 or root of 2 by 3. We have to do some simplifications here. Okay, so root of 2 by 3 is the answer. Is the final answer. This answer is also correct. This I have simplified the particular answer and I have concluded with root of 2 by 3. So we are getting the same answer. Either you can follow this method, middle term splitting method, or this method. So students, if you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.